friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do the detailed review of the latest budget offering from Xiaomi under the Note series, the Redmi Note 8. So Redmi Note 8 was announced in India last week for a price starting 999, and this replaces the Redmi Note 7 and the Note 7s we just launched earlier this year. So Redmi Note 8 has a lot of upgrades in terms of the processor, in terms of the camera department, and in terms of the design and build quality as well. So in this video we'll talk about how good the experience is and is it really a worthy device for 999 pricing. So that's what we're going to do in this video. First step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now looking at the design aspect, you can see that the design looks quite similar to what we've seen on the Redmi Note 7 and the Redmi Note 7s, and the back panel is pretty flat and it's quite similar to the Redmi Note 7 and the Note 7s. And we have a quad camera setup on the Redmi Note 8, while it was a dual camera setup on the Note 7 and the Note 7s. Now in terms of the build quality, there isn't much of a difference. We have the dot notch display and we have quite similar design aspect as well. So overall it feels quite good in terms of design aspect, and the build quality is really good. We have a glass finishing on the front and the back panel, and it is supported by Gorilla Glass 5. Next, moving on to the display. So we have a 6.3 inches full HD plus resolution display, and we have a dot notch display on the Redmi Note 8, and the display is an IPS LCD panel. And if you look at the display quality, it's pretty good display. It's an IPS LCD panel with good viewing angles as well. It has pretty good color reproduction, and for the 999 pricing it does justice to the display, and there is also Gorilla Glass 5 support on the display. So overall, for the price segment it is being offered, it's a pretty good display. Next, let's move on to the software experience. So if you have used a Xiaomi smartphone, you might be knowing that the Xiaomi devices run on MIUI. So this has the MIUI 10 update, and this is on top of Android 9.0. And if you see MIUI, it offers plethora of modes and options. We have the dual app support, app lock, Fingerprint Scanner, customization, then we have theme, second space, and gestures. So a whole lot of customization options are offered by MIUI, and it feels quite good in terms of the features being offered. But the problem with MIUI is that it does feature some ads, so you can actually disable ads, but most of the users do see ads in system apps and also apps from Xiaomi. So that's something annoying, but not a major issue though. But the device does have ads. Now talking about the experience and performance, so we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 chipset on this device. So this is an upgrade over the 660 on the Redmi Note 7 and the Note 7s. So 665 is a chipset which we have seen on the Xiaomi's Mi A3 as well. So it does a pretty good job in terms of day-to-day experience. It's pretty smooth experience, no lags whatsoever, and even if you look at the gaming experience, it's definitely does better in terms of price segment it is being offered. That's 10K price segment. For that, it does a pretty good job in terms of the gaming experience as well, and there is absolutely no heating issues. And we have also done a detailed gaming video, so you can also check out that video to get an idea about how the performance is. So in terms of the overall experience, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 does a pretty good job overall. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner, so the fingerprint scanner is mounted on the back panel, and it does a pretty good job overall. It is quite fast, and it's more or less accurate as well, and face unlock also does decent job altogether. Now next, moving on to the cameras. So we have a quad camera setup on this device. So we have a primary 48 megapixel Samsung's GM1 sensor, then we have an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and 2 megapixel macro sensor is included along with LED flash. Now on the front panel it has a 13 megapixel camera. Now the 48 megapixel sensor we have seen on the Redmi Note 7s as well. It does a decent job altogether, good level of detailing, good sharpness levels, and also acceptable performance all around. In terms of daylight experience, it was quite a good performance, definitely similar to the Redmi Note 7s with but here you can see that the saturation issues more or less fixed. The Note 7s has some saturation issues. It is more or less fixed here, and the macro lens is an added feature on this device, so it does pretty good. You can shoot images up to 2 centimeter up to the distance. That's something which is really good, and probably segment first we are seeing at 2 centimeter, and then you also get a pretty good portrait mode as well. The low light conditions photography is not really stellar, but again for 10K price segment you can say it is quite more or less decent performance altogether in terms of light performance. There is also the night mode included, which again does a decent job altogether. So in terms of the camera experience, we feel it's at par with the price segment it is being offered. It may not be stellar or outstanding performer, but for the price segment, it does a pretty good job altogether. Finally, talking about the battery. So this device has a 4000 mAh capacity battery, and this time around we have 18 watt fast charger included in the box, and there is also 18 watts fast charger support. So the battery performance is pretty good. You can get around like 6 hours of screen on time on an average, which is pretty good considering the capacity, and there is also fast charger support. So battery life is pretty good on this device. Now this time around for 999 pricing, we get a 4GB RAM and 64GB storage by default. That's something which is pretty good, because last time 332 was offered at 999 for the Redmi Note 7, but now with the Note 8 we are getting a 464 variant at this price segment. So that's another upgrade over the Redmi Note 7. So now summing up, how good is the Redmi Note 8? So Note 8 comes with upgraded hardware including Qualcomm Snapdragon 665, quad rear cameras, then we have the 464 storage variant, slightly better design, and overall good package with the Redmi Note 8. So where does the Redmi Note 8 have issues, or rather cons? The low light performance is not really great, and also the video recording quality was not really stellar. So camera is one area where we feel Xiaomi needs to improve. Otherwise it's a pretty good solid offering at 999, and probably the best smartphone you can buy right now below the 10,000 price segment without doubt. So that was a detailed review of the Redmi Note 8. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.